Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima. Do some of you remember PlayStation Mobile? I mean, I would hope you do, because it's only a few months ago, and I mean, surely the name would at least bring up some sort of familiar memories. And so I have a bunch of games here that I still have from when PlayStation Mobile shut down. And unfortunately, they're taking up a pretty big amount of space on my memory card. Like, this whole collection here that you're seeing right now takes up about 6.1 gigs. And considering that I'm not on a 64 gig memory card anymore, I'm on a 32 gig because my 64 gig corrupted, I am kind of not wanting to keep them around, mainly because, seriously, this is all I can really fit on this memory card without the memory card filling up completely. So I have to work my way through some of these, and I have wanted to work through some of these for a while because, well, when PlayStation Mobile can't be activated anymore, it's literally just a countdown until I can't actually look at these games anymore, whether it be through my own fault or through, like, having to swap memory cards or something, So I figured these 30 games up the top here, these are 30 games that I never covered in videos for one reason or another. And I'm going to go through all of them. And there are a bunch of videos I did that I never even actually released publicly. They're on a PlayStation Mobile playlist that I'll be linking in the description. But, yeah, I still would feel bad about not covering these games in the way that I usually do. But at the same time, I'm not going to release them all as, like, individual videos because, when I did that before, I barely got the views to make them worth half a damn. So what I'm going to do this time is, I've got 30 games here, and that's a pretty easy number to evenly divide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 videos where I cover 5 games in each video at a time. So I have a relatively decent way of running these out, and I can do some content in between now and the new year when Volume comes out on the 5th. That's the plan anyway. I'm probably not going to put them all up in the same period of time because seriously, this is going to take me like 6 hours to make. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a long one, but if people want to see it, they can come click it, and I won't feel guilty because I'll have finished covering all the PlayStation Mobile games that I possibly could have, and well, there's just something about that just appeals to me as a person, and not to me as a content creator or not philanthropist or just a guy who loves money. But anyway, I think it's about time we got started. I'm just gonna do it left to right, top to bottom, left to right. So we'll start with Zen Accumulator. I think this came out a few weeks after the launch of PlayStation Mobile. Why I didn't do a video of this, I don't remember. Like half the majority of games that I have here, I don't remember a bloody thing about. So, Gentleman Game Developers. I wonder if that's the same Gentleman Game Developers that did, what was it, Max Gentleman? Because that came up recently, and that logo looks somewhat familiar to me. I'll have to go look that up. But anyway, we're going to try out Zen Accumulator. I don't have prices or anything on hand. I think there's a video I did while I was browsing through the store, so if you're desperate to know the price, you can go look at that. Is this a title screen? Yes, there's a title screen. Alright, let's have a look around. About Andrew Rawlings and Joshua Thomas. Yeah, those names are really familiar. Like, really familiar. I don't know why. What's the settings? Just the sound. Alright, let's go into puzzle mode. Easy puzzle mode, please. Alright, touch and slide the white drops to move, absorb all the drops to reach the target number. The target number is shown at the top left in green. Drops divisible by each other are added when combined, and when they're not divisible, they're subtracted. Interesting. I see, so it's a number puzzle game. Polluted drops can't slide, drops cannot slide diagonally. 2 drops cannot be combined. Large number consume smaller ones. Okay, so 2 drops with the same number cannot be combined. So this would go up to 6, then 8, then 12. Right, okay. Some levels require more effort to complete. Phoenix squares are made of sand. Alright. Anything else? Blocks are impassable. Makes sense to me. Use what you've learned to complete the level. Okay, over there. 2, 3, and 4. Well, that was easy. Okay, now it gets more complicated. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, so we've got to make it reach the target number. So, I need to... Alright, let's see. 10, 13, now that won't do anything. Okay, 6, then 9. So that's 12. So if I move that over there, it'll get swallowed up, but it'll become 9. Then if I move that... Nope. That's probably exactly the same thing I did before. Right, so... Nope, that didn't help. Let's reset that. The loading times are kind of annoying. You think it would happen instantly. Let's see. What happens if I send a 3 into a 3? Can't do it at all. Okay. Wait, I can undo that move. Interesting. Alright. So I need to send this over here. Maybe down here then? There we go. Alright, so... That's 3. Down, please. Right, can't do that. Yep, no movable drops. Yeah, this makes sense to me. It's just a relatively generic puzzle game. It's a decent idea. I haven't seen anything like it. And considering I'm into, like, sorts of cheap tat games that tend to be presented on things like cheap mobile phones, I generally tend to like these sorts of games, so saying that I've never seen this before is somewhat a speck of praise. Let's go try a medium puzzle before we leave. Which one of these is the menu button? Settings? I have no idea how to get back. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay, back. And we'll start at medium. Let's see if this is any harder. It probably is. So we need to get to 28. So let's go up there. And what happens if we hit this? We get a hell of a lot smaller. And we can't take anything, so we've buggered it up. So, how about... Okay, if we move down here, we get subtracted, and we get subtracted again. It's not what we want. So let's try this. Okay, 8. Then 10. It appears that... Yes, we'll restart the level. It appears that your current moves aren't taken away by using the undo button, so it's their cheeky way of making sure that you actually do it right. There we go. Interesting little puzzle game, I have to say, and I assume that's an arrow, which means that if I move on to it, it'll sling me up in that direction. It's getting very hot in here. Okay. There is probably a way to use that arrow to get a better move set on that puzzle. Then I've got to go over here. Then I've got to go down here. These puzzles are surprisingly easy. Let's try a hard puzzle just for the sake of demonstration. Easy, medium, hard, enlightened. Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, yeah, this looks a fair bit more complex. So we've got to get it to 45. Okay, we've got to move this guy out here because there's pretty much no reason not to. This guy can go down here. Whoops. Okay, so that's obviously not the way you meant to do it. So I've got to end up with two numbers that can be added together to get to 45, but they've got to be the same divisible of each other. Am I thinking right? The game's rule set isn't exactly something that's easy to remember off the top of your head, I must say. I mean, I'm not one for focusing that heavily on games, but yeah, it's a little bit confusing. There we go. One more and then we'll call this off, because I'm going to be here forever if I don't. Alright, let's see. So, this is weird. So what happens if I... I'm not entirely sure what these arrows are about, to be honest with you. Maybe if I'd stuck around in the tutorial for a bit longer. Alright, let's give this an actual shot this time and not just me flailing around like a nincompoop. Let's see. What happens if I move this way? I just move right through. Okay, yeah, that's a interesting little puzzle game. I could see getting a couple hours out of that, which is interesting. I mean, I'm probably going to delete it, but admittedly, that's not as bad as it looks. What's time trial like? Oh, I take it you just try and solve as many puzzles as you can in the time limit provided. Interesting way of doing it. I'm gonna guess the puzzles are procedurally generated. Okay, now that's definitely interesting. That triangle must mean they can't move beyond that point. Okay, yeah. Interesting little puzzle game. Not bad at all. Let's just close that up for now, and we will go to the next game, which is Wipe by Sync, apparently. This was one of the games that came out in the very first wave of PlayStation mobile titles. I remember it being relatively dull, despite being surprisingly well polished in terms of at least its presentation, but we'll give it a look and see anyway, won't we? When it decides it wants to load, because it's going very slowly for some reason. Sync. Wipe. Setting, please. Just volume, alright. What's the manual? Is that literally it? You have to have a load screen just for that? Are you serious? If you insist. You guys are weird. What's in the collection? No idea. Let's just give this a shot. Coming soon? Really? Oh, I guess they never moved beyond the first set of content they included in this game, but alright, let's give this a go. Notably, no instructions. Oh, I get it. So, right, wipe. Then we gotta wipe the germs away, and then we've got to rinse the cloth. And I assume we have to do it in a orderly fashion. Alright, wipe, please. Remind me of Cook Serve Delicious, if you know that game. This is very similar to it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like... This is surprisingly hard to keep up with, I must say. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that of the mini games in Cook Serve Delicious, only this time there appears to only be one game. Go away, good lord. Also, this cloth needs rinsing a lot more than a regular cloth does, I must say. Oh, you have to tap them to make them rise, and then you... Okay, I'm following. Better rinse the cloth off. I think I remember why I didn't remember anything about this game now, because it's so bloody dull. Is this all you do? Like, is this all of it? You just... Also, it looks like these things of dirt are affected by the... They're affected by the dishes even when it looks like they're not affected by the dishes, which is a little bit disappointing. That one took a while to get rid of. So did that one. And be closed. So I earned... How much? I've earned 1,704 gold, and I apparently... Oh, those must be the collections. Those must be like the bugs or something. Alright, what can we get in the shop? Cheap detergent. And a lot of stuff that's coming soon. And is that all you do? Like... This is getting very repetitive, I'll tell ya. I guess the idea is you have to, like, upgrade your stuff to make you more effective over the long term? But yeah, I can remember why I didn't do much coverage on this game. It just bored me to tears the first time. Then again, this was back before I actually had a capture card or even had the little setup to do videos with. I literally can't come up with anything to say about this game because it's just so obvious what I'm going to say about it. It's dull, it's repetitive, and it's quite boring to boot. I'm surprised they let it through like this. It just seems like a pointless busywork simulator. And admittedly, if I wanted to play a pointless busywork simulator, I'd play Work Time Fun, because that is actually a hell of a lot more fun than this. Which is really, really weird to say, but nevertheless. You know what? On second thought, I've had enough of this. That was a look at wipe. Just seems rather dull, honestly. Which is weird, considering your goal in this thing is to make things shiny. Oh well, let's move on to game number 3, which is Vacc Balls Chin. I have no idea why I never did a video on this. That name alone would have pulled in like 1,000 views, but we'll give it a go anyway. Also, weird Japanese logo with lots of weird little animals. I say animals with a confused tone, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Oh, it's one of these games. Do I want to turn on Wi-Fi to use the network features? No, I bloody do not, but Which one of these is the blade rotate? Like, my language is in Japanese for some reason. 90 degrees? No, we'll not turn on Wi-Fi. Nope, I've gone in the wrong direction. Let me just fix that right up. There we go. A loading bar. This is like a godsend to PlayStation mobile games, or at least it used to be. Connection failed. Connection failed. Connection failed. Alright, fine. Wi-Fi. Is this actually doing something? I have no way to tell if it's actually downloading anything or not. This is strange. I thought the whole game would have been there. Alright. Give it a little bit of time. Connection failed. Well, this appears to be disappointing. I think I've actually missed out my opportunity to check out the wonderment that is Vacc Balls Chin. You know, there are a million jokes that could be made about that name, and I can't even think of one. Also, this music's starting to get on my nerves. At least games still work. And I can still open them. Like, I was worried that my video was gonna, like, deactivate itself or something and I wouldn't be able to play these. But they all seem to be working fine, except for this piece. Well, it doesn't appear to want to work at all, so... Oh well. Vacc Balls Chin. Just won't work for some reason. That's a shame. Oh well, back to normal please. Alright, so we got 2 more games to check out. So let's have a look at UFO Dad. I remember the developer about this actually being on Twitter at some point, but it was like over a year ago at this point, so it's not like I can remember. Let's give this a go. Actually decent art? Interesting. Oh no, don't worry about the fact of being abducted by a UFO, mate. You just want your burger. What, is this like The Simpsons or something? Oh, everything's being taken with them, because apparently everything in this world is made up of squares, like some other game. UFO Dad. Alright, let's give this a shot. Oh, an actual menu, interesting. And it's in 4x3, which is also interesting. Square to smack, X to jump, and music and sound effects. I'm not surprised. How do we play this game? Chain 3 burgers of the same color. Don't get sucked up by the tractor beam. Add burgers to the glowing chains before they disappear or they're crushed. Smack burgers, destroy earth blocks. R for the gravitron. Flipping burgers with down and square. And swap positions with the burger. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Oh wait, leaderboards. I guess there's, like, no leaderboards. Alright. We got a bunch of other characters, including Mom, Sadie, and Ned. Mom. Does this sound bloody American there? Alright, let's just start level 1. Slow down the time in between the tractor beams. Oh, I better get out of the way of that. This looks familiar. Right, so I gotta try and make we go. Now we have a chain of 5 burgers. Those gonna explode. Yep. And I get points for that. So I got 140 points. And I did not mean to send that all the way over there, but... well, what's done is done. Better get out of the way of that. Ow. Right, so I guess that's the idea. I got Ned, apparently. What did I have to do to unlock Ned? Will it even tell me now? No, it won't. But he seems to be worse. Change boulders into burger. Okay. Let's give it a shot. So if I flip this up like this, flip this and then push it, I get a chain of 3. Okay, now wait for that. Swap positions with that. And... that must be my super meter over on the right there, so I gotta fill that up in order to be able to... okay. Whoop! Oh, great, boulders. I want to swap sides with you, I want to send you over there. So now you start to explode. Okay, you go over there so that I can get on top of you, do that, and come over here and then hit that over. It's a pretty basic puzzle game, honestly. I'm pretty sure I've seen stuff like it before. Couldn't tell you exactly the name of the game that I've seen it in before. It's not that bad, though. Not by any means. I guess I can't get out of there when I'm in that situation. So, I guess I'll just have to wait until something else shows up. Uh-oh. Put this up in the air. Can I do that again? Yep. Now I just hit it over there. And those 3 combine, and I can hit this and this and this and this and move that over there and go up and hit, swap, hit. There we go. Now I get to keep my chain going. Unfortunately, that's not gonna move out of the way. It's weird, the dad got sucked up first, and he's the one... oh, then again, I didn't even watch the whole cutscene, so... who am I talking about? Right, keep going. Move that over there. No! Oh, God. I'll give it one more shot as the father. How about that? And then we'll just end this look at this one. But this is an interesting little puzzle game. It's got enough to keep you going. If you're a high score guy, that is. Pretty big overall lack of content, but I mean, it's a puzzle game. It's not like it's not like you need that much in order to enjoy this. You stay over there. Yeah, this isn't actually that bad. I might have said go pick this one up if PlayStation Mobile was still up. Not terrible, not by any means. Definitely not, like, offended by it or anything. And you know me. Alright, so, whoop. Move that one down, move that over there. When it falls, that should combine those, which lets me do this. Sweet. And now I can't get out of this vector. Whoop, almost walked into that. Almost. That background makes me wonder why we don't have Starbound on Vita yet. I actually played a fair bit of that, and I mean, couldn't get into it on a computer, but when I could do just like 10 minutes or whatever I want in that game, it'd be a great little fit. But anyway. So UFO Dad is a fairly basic but competent and relatively enjoyable puzzler. What happens if that burger gets to the top? Oh, it just fades into the ether like everything else does. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, yep. Oh yeah, that was my own fault. But yeah, that's not a bad game at all, honestly. I mean, it's nothing I write home about, but at the same time, I don't mind it. It's a competent little puzzle platformer thingy. I can just imagine people getting bored of that rather quickly, but anyway, that was UFO Dad. Let's have a look at one more. Now, Twist Pilot came out, I think, in the first wave of PlayStation mobile games as well, at least to my knowledge. So, that's really not relevant anymore, but we'll give it a look anyway, because why not, right? The style is certainly something else. Okay, so that actually meant my eyes hurt a little. Settings. We got music and sound, and I really should just stop going to these. It's almost exactly the same every time. And we've got a bunch of trophies, so let's just hit the game up, shall we? I win! That was a look at Twist. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's just keep going for. So it was one of these games. It was like that irritating stick game that I think LGR covered a while ago. Bloody Sonic rings and ow. I still managed to get through in the amount of time I would need for 3 stars, even after I hit the wall. But anyway, there we go. So, yeah, this is basically irritating stick, isn't it? Not that bad, though. At least it keeps a decent frame rate about itself. Because imagine a game like this with poor frame rates. Can I use any other controls? No, I have to use the touchscreen, unfortunately. Alright, so reverse changes the direction I twist in, so let's just go like that. Alright then. I've unlocked the next group of levels. Have I now? The controls are kind of annoying because you have to keep lifting your finger back up off the touchscreen before you can move a little bit further. Kind of annoying, but I can deal. I feel like this music feels like funky disco music. Oh, keep moving. Gotta stay on the move. Ow. There we go. So this is the next set of levels. Does that mean I can... Oh. Right, so if I want to move on to Chapter 2, I need to get 16 more stars. Alright. We will keep going. So you have to do relatively well in order to continue. Fair enough. Watch out for the spiders. That was easy. Well, that wasn't particularly easy, but oh well. Stay on the move. I have to admit, I like the game's relative punctualness. It just seems... It seems to be a very fast game, other than those loading screens. I feel like I'm in Bikini Bottom. Let's restore my health. So I can continue on. Right, so I'm gonna have to get all the rings, aren't I? Let's go and get all the rings. I mean, look at this background art. This stinks of Bikini Bottom, of SpongeBob SquarePants, I should say. It's relatively ow. It's relatively ow. Let's try that again and not be stupid about it. I wish I could see more. It's a little bit annoying that the entire playfield is just so zoomed in. I mean, like, I understand why, but like making one of the shoulder buttons a zoom out button would do wonders. Ow. Alright, so I assume I have to ow. Alright, we have shrunken down. Ow. Okay, where are the other rings? There they all are. Let's grab these, and away we go. Do I get the 3 stars for that? Yep. I unlocked the next group, but that's not the second chapter. We'll probably go straight to the second chapter as soon as we're capable. Okay, this is where things start to get complicated, isn't it? Whoop. Okay, let's not do that again. I thought I could squeeze past him, but obviously I couldn't. Because I'm an idiot. Ow. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for him to go by, and then grab all them, and grab this with the arse fin. Wait for him to turn around and go back, and then squeeze down in there. All those rings, and go up and over, and down we go. This is actually pretty engaging, I must say. The smooth movement that you get from using your finger as the controller, and the game's pretty high frame rate, obviously, makes it a surprisingly nice little title. Look, you can really get some precision in with this, although you may notice me fucking it up monumentally, but this is me we're talking about, so continue moving along. Ow. Owie. 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 I'm just trying to be quick about it because I've already kept you here for nearly 40 minutes. Ow. I'd be amazed if anyone even watched this all the way through. Like, my general what's the word I'm looking for? The general amount that I maintain people for on my videos isn't particularly high, which I can understand, but yeah, this one isn't going to be a very high record setter in this, is it? Alright, pick up the key, then turn the lock. If I turn the lock, No, you actually do turn when you go in there. Fair enough. We'll just keep moving until it says I've unlocked all the other levels, and then we'll go check them out, and then we'll bring this video to an end. Oh. Oh, okay. That probably shouldn't have been picked up, but we will work with it anyway, because we are dumb. $19, $20, $21, and there's still 5 more rings to get. Yeah, I take it those were the owie. Owie. I take it down here. It was, yeah. Alright, so now we just die. Okay, no. Alright, hang on, pause. Menu. How much do I need to unlock the next set of levels? 4. We'll just skip to level 120. We'll do a couple of these. $27 rings, you say? Ow. Extendo! And yeah, we're back to the Blade Disco music again. I'm okay. And to the exit we go. Alright, last level, because we're about to hit the 40-minute mark. I assume turtle slows you... Yeah. And I'm still terrible. Because of course I am. You know what? That's not a bad game at all. It's got plenty of things to keep you occupied, and and since it has like a fair amount of levels, well, it says more levels coming soon, but of course I never made any more, so yeah, a little disappointing that this didn't make it onto Vita proper, even if just for a cheapo game, because that's actually kind of alright, all things considered. So that was a quick look at some PlayStation mobile games. I've got plenty more to do, so stay tuned for that, and this has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.